Luke chapter 19. At that time, Jesus proceeded to tell a parable because he was near to Jerusalem and because they supposed that the kingdom of God was to appear immediately. He said, therefore, a nobleman went into a far country to receive for himself a kingdom and then return. Calling 10 of his servants, he gave them 10 minas and said to them, engage in business until I come. But his citizens hated him and sent a delegation after him, saying, we do not want this man to reign over us. When he returned, having received the kingdom, he ordered these servants, to whom he had given the money to be called to him, that he might know what they had gained by doing business. The first came before him, saying, Lord, your mina has made 10 minas more. And he said to him, well done, good servant, because you have been faithful in a very little, you shall have authority over 10 cities. And the second came, saying, Lord, your mina has made 5 minas. And he said to him, and you are to be over 5 cities. Then another came, saying, Lord, here is your mina, which I kept laid away in a handkerchief, for I was afraid of you, because you are a severe man. You take what you did not deposit, and you reap what you did not sow. He said to him, I will condemn you with your own words. You wicked servant, you knew that I was a severe man, taking what I did not deposit and reaping what I did not sow. Why then did you not put my money in the bank? And at my coming, I might have collected it with interest. And he said to those who stood by, take the mina from him and give it to the one who has the 10 minas. And they said to him, Lord, he has 10 minas. I tell you that to everyone who has, more will be given, but from the one who has not, even what he has will be taken away. But as for these enemies of mine, who did not want me to reign over them, bring them here and slaughter them before me. And when Jesus had said these things, he went on ahead, going up to Jerusalem. The Gospel of the Lord. My dear friends, this parable of the talents, or the money that was given to different people, here it is mentioned 10, only 3 we are aware what they responded with. And the last one who came, he was not happy because he got less. He never used it. So today I want to use kind of an imagery. This is the big candle, which is big. Then we have the smaller one, smaller than this. And then we have the smallest one. This is representing the one who grumbled and never used it because it was small. We light these candles, starting with the smallest one. And as we know, The beginning of this flame has another flame, which is the matchstick. It burns for a very short while and then it is gone. But before it dies, if we light a candle like this, even if it is small, it has power. And I ask this question: what are the potentials this little flame and this little candle has? Umpteen. So much can be done before it dies. We can even light million candles, and from those millions, that can continue to multiply. This is the way life can be. It is small, but it has power. The man never used because he looked only what he didn't have. He was comparing with the others, they had so much and so on, and he was giving excuse about his master, and he never worked. In the book of Genesis, there is a very interesting part. In Genesis chapter 1, verse 26, there is the expression used. It is said, and the Lord said, and God said, let us make man. The word comes, let us. Even God is working as a team. And when we work with God, great things will happen. We have a song, great things happen when God mixes with us. In Philippians chapter 4, verse 13, St. Paul says, I can do all things with him who strengthens me. So if we have the team mentality of let us, even the smallest thing will become great. All the three, if he was afraid, he could have given his money and all three could have worked together and would have made perhaps even much more than what he was grumbling with. So even when we look at diamond, very small portion of diamond is put in the diamond cutter which cuts the glass. That diamond has no power unless it is fixed into that diamond cutter, and then it does great things. So we are just nothing if we look at our life in isolation. But when we see God is with me, and I surrender whatever God has given to me with gratitude, and with God, we will do great things. I am in Calcutta now, and I visited the place and the celebrated mass where Mother Teresa, Saint Mother Teresa of Calcutta, started her work, Moti Jheel. She did not start with great money, great buildings, and big number of people. She was just one. And today, this is one of the congregations which has grown so fast, starting from, they say, 1950. They are in more than 140 countries. So fast. It doesn't stop there. They have now 4 branches. They have the Brothers of Missionaries of Charity. Then they have the contemplative branch of the same sisters. And then they have the Mother Teresa's fathers, the Missionaries of Charity, the fathers branch. Started with just one person. And she was not very young when she started, and see what has happened. One of the things that Mother Teresa stands out for, her devotion to the Eucharist and the time she spent with God before the Blessed Sacrament. So she was working not alone. Her power was with God. There is also the great many you must have seen, Nikki, who has no arms, no legs. It's just a small portion that he calls his little drumstick. He is so much inspiring to people. He did not grumble. He lived a life, and he has traveled to 40 countries. How much more we can be, but very often we stop at what I don't have rather than recognizing what I have and how I can use creatively working with God as a team. as Jesus comes in this Holy Eucharist, we ask Him for that grace of appreciating what we have and use it with the grace of God for His glory, for His people.